Hello friends, today I want to talk to you guys about a ridiculously strong build for the Crusader that revolves around the Akkhan Set and Condemn with Blade of the Prophecy and I don't remember how to say the shield's name, but it doesn't really matter. It's so incredibly strong. I want to point out that my damage in the video that you'll see is only 750,000 damage. That's without the Akkhan buff, but it's up 100% of the time, or Akarat's buff, but that's up all the time, so don't worry about that. But the damage is so low. I wanted to make sure that it was so low. I took out my Flawless Royal Emerald for my weapon, and I made my Paragon only so I had 400 Paragon. So there's, you can see I put 100 points in core, and then in offense I have cooldown reduction, critical hit damage. Defense I have resist all in life, and utility, area damage, and resource cost reduction. So that's only level 400 Paragon. You'll probably be higher Paragon by the time you even get all of the stuff for this build. So let's talk about the skills first. Using Justice, Sword of Justice. This is nice. It gives you a little bit of movement speed, and we are going to be using the Focus and Restraint rings. So you do need a resource generator and a resource spender, and this is nice. So go ahead and pick that up. We have Condemn Unleash. This makes it so that Condemn pops out instantly. It's fantastic. Steed Charge, you got to have the movement ability. We're using Iron Skin Flash. This is pretty much purely just for the movement speed buff. Same with Laws of Hope, Wings of Angels. Again, you get to move faster. Then Akarat's Champion. This is a lot of damage coming through. A lot of defense with your from the set we're going to be wearing. Then for passives, Heavenly Strength, Long Arm of the Law, Holy Cause, and Finery. So looking at the items here, we're going to be using the Sage's set, so that way we get maximum Death's Breath action. Hopefully they'll stop chatting. But anyways, the Sage's set. In the helm I have Strength, Vitality, Crit Chance, Shoulders. Then the other pieces we're going to be using the Akkhan set. So in Shoulders I have Strength, Vitality, All Resist, Condemn. You'd probably be happier if you could get rid of those all resists and put on cooldown reduction. Then in the amulet, this is a pretty bad amulet roll. You have strength, crit chance, cooldown. You'd be happier with no strength roll, with either holy or with holy damage skills, or with critical hit damage, something like that. The chest, strength, vitality, condemn damage. For the gloves, we're going to be using the other piece of the Sage's set. And these you do want strength, crit damage, crit chance, and cooldown reduction for sure. It's really good. And since you can craft these gloves and this helm, it shouldn't be too hard to get the stats you want. Definitely Nemesis bracers, holy damage, crit, vite, and strength. Belt, we're going to be using gold rep. This will make us pretty much invincible in T13. It's kind of necessary for, you know, really low Paragon builds. Not always, but in this case it's really helpful. All defensive stuff, strength, vitality, percent life, armor. You could have yeah, I'm happy with those. Like I said, we're going to be using Focus and Restraint. For the ring rolls, you're happy with stuff like crit damage, crit chance, and cooldown reduction. That'd be ideal, but if you know, that's really hard to get. So, you know, be happy with what you get. Same for the other ring. For pants, Akkhan, Strength, Vite, All Resists. Boots, Strength, Vite, All Resists, and Armor. For the shield, we're going to be using Frydehr's... I'm sorry. Wrath. And you're looking for cooldown reduction. You're looking for condemn damage. I don't even have crit chance on here. So, you know, you want crit chance. There's a bunch of different rolls that are good for this. Just use the ones that you get. Like I said, it doesn't matter. We only have 750,000 damage, and you're going to obliterate T13 but in 3 minutes. Sometimes 3 to 4 minutes, I would say. Then the weapon, Blade of Prophecy. Ideally, you'd have strength, percent damage, and cooldown like this guy here. Now, this one actually has a fairly low damage range roll. You could get another 300% or 300 damage plus the other 10%, so it'd be a lot higher. Also, the condemned that triggers from this is pretty weak. It's 650, and it can go all the way up to 800. So all in all, this is a decent weapon, but it's not great. For gems, we're using Boon of the Hoarder. Again, that pairs nicely with Gold Rep, and it makes you run faster. And then obviously Bane of the Trapped and Bane of the Powerful, just all around good gems. In the cube, we have Ingiam, how you like to say it. Illusory Boots, these let you run through everything, fantastic. And then obviously the Ring of Royal Grandeur to complete the Akkhan set and the Sage's set. And I already covered Paragon. And yeah, the build is just, it's so incredibly powerful. I don't think it's going to be that hard to make pretty early in the season, and you will be able to do T13 so incredibly fast. Oh my god. Those guys are just chatting away over there. But yeah, it's a ton of fun. I watched the video, and like I said, I was recording it at first with this, and if I throw this in there and I drop in the you know, the Paragon that I'm missing. The damage is going to go way up, and I was doing the video at first with this, and I could do the Rift in about a minute faster or so than I was doing it now. And I was like, ah, that's stupid. Let's just make it like a realistic number for you guys. So here we go. Enjoy the video. See you next time.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
Patience. Not yet. Strength fails. Test my skill. I enjoyed that. Not ready yet. Patience. I enjoyed that. Not yet. Not ready yet. Bad luck for you, friend. Not ready yet. Not yet.